Okay guys, in this video I'm going to walk you through the exact steps I'm currently taking in my trading journey, which I believe has been a turnaround for me, and I also believe that if you can implement same thing, you will get same result. I've made a lot of mistakes in trading. I've wasted money, I've wasted time jumping from one thing to another until I discovered the reason why I'm making all these mistakes. And I know as a beginner or as someone that is trying to restart or somebody with experience into trading, it's likely that you'll be making this same mistake. So in this video, I'll be talking about these common pitfalls, how to avoid them, and also tricks on how to trade better. So this video will serve as a streamlined checklist for what you should be doing if you want to succeed in trading. So if that sounds good to you, kindly smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and also follow us on Twitter. So now, before we dive into what you should be doing, let us first talk about what you should not be doing in trading. You know, for most people, for most beginners, I also did that a lot. Once you come into the trading space, the first thing you do is to hop into any exchange, fund your wallet, now go to the internet and look for one strategy and start trading. What happens is you have this thing we call beginner's luck. You have early wins, you place a trade, and because you don't know anything about strategies, you don't know anything about risk management, you are bolder than the average person that is trading. So you just go in, you throw your money inside your exchange, and then you place your trade. What happens is the beginner luck starts shining on you. You start making gains on your first trade. Maybe you place a buy position and it hits your target easy, and to you kind of, oh, this thing is very easy. If once I can do this over and over again, I'll succeed. You start planning on cars to buy, buildings, and how to retire your whole family member. But then the next phase comes in, and this phase is when you place a trade and the trade starts moving against you, and your mind will be like, let me wait for this trade, it will still go in my favor. And guess what? You held and the trade still went to your favor. That will also bring you into more of the trap, thinking that as long as you hold your losing trades, that is going to come back in profit, that you're going to succeed. So at this point, you've had two experiences that are backing your claim. So now you think that trading is very, very easy, and you'll be kind of, wow, you just came in and you discovered the hack. You kind of,
So that means all these people are dumb.
get, but I did that too. Because when I came in and I saw that, I was like, wow, that means I'm a genius. But then the third phase comes in, and this is when you place a trade, it moves against you, but this time it doesn't come down. And this is when the real trap kicks in. When you start learning every strategy in the market, it has happened to me. That's why in this video, I told you how I combine all these strategies into one, because I've done that. Get? So by this time, you start learning support and resistance, you start learning Fibonacci retracement, SMC, even ICT. You start learning all these things so that you stop losing in the market. But guess what? The more you are learning, the more you are losing trades. And you kind of know, I need to learn more, I need to gather more information, and you'll be in that endless loop of running from one strategy to another, thinking that the problem is from the strategy or the problem is from the information you don't have. At this stage, most people quit trading, saying that trading is scam, that it doesn't work, because the more they learn, the more they lose. So they will be like, no, this thing doesn't work. There's no way you can make money in this space. But then few people that still wants to tackle this issue will keep on going, we keep on looking for answers, and guess what? They finally find it. It's not the strategy, it's not the information. That's why in the trading space, people with different strategies still make money in the same market. You see people with support and resistance strategy still making money in the same market, whereas people with SMC strategy still making money in the same market. So if there is one strategy for all, then it means that other ones will not be working, but people are still using different strategies to bargain money on the trading space. So now, what is the real problem? The real problem is not the strategy, like I said, and it's not because of the information you don't have. Actually, it's because you're trying not to lose from the market. You're trying to prevent losses. While in trading, there are two things that are inevitable. One is what? Losses, and one is wins. You must lose and you must win. But the thing there is that you try to win more than you lose. So the problem is not your information. The problem is you trying not to lose, which leads us to your psychology. Shifting your mindset is crucial when it comes to trading. You know, the instance that makes you successful in real life is actually what is going to bring you down in the trading space, because in real life you try not to lose, but in trading you accept. Even you can't place a trade without first accepting your loss. So you can't do this without this. If you do this, if you are trading without stop loss, then that means you are not even trading, you're just gambling. So once you understand the maths in trading, everything becomes easy and simpler for you. And trading, as we all know it, has two things. There are two most important things in trading, and that is what? Your win percentage and your risk reward ratio. In other words, how often do you win and how often do you lose? And even when you lose, how much do you lose and how much do you win? These are the important things when it comes to trading. Once you master this, then trading will become very, very easy. You just see it, you just see that hack there. So let me break it down for you. Let's say that your win rate is 30%, which is very, very, very poor. So it means that for 100 trades that you take, you are winning only 30 and you are losing 70% of it. So for 100 trades, you win 30 and you lost 70, but you are using 1:3 risk to reward ratio. So what it means that for the 70 trades that you lost what? 70. But for the 30 trades that you won what? 1:3, 1:3 into 30. That's 30 times 3. So let's do the calculation now. Let's say you are risking $10 per trade. And remember, your win rate is what? 30. So that means you are losing 70% of your trade, which is very, very bad. It is very, very bad. So for 100 trades, you lost 70. And for each 70, you are risking what? $10. So that means $10 times 70. That means you are losing $700, which is a lot. Now, for each one that hits your profit, you are targeting what? $30. So that means 30 times 30 give you what? $900. So $900 minus your losses, 700. That means you are in $200 profit, even though your win rate is just 30%, which is very, very bad. Now let's bring it up to maybe 50%. Okay, let's say that your win rate is 50% and you are still risking same $10 per trade. So that means $10 times 50 trades that you lost is going to give you $500. Get? Then for the other 50 trades that you won, each one you won, you are getting $30. So that means 30 times 50. You're getting what? $1,500 minus your losses, $1,500. So that means you're having $1,000 profit. You see, on what? 50 to 50. So what you should be focusing on is to bring up your win rate and then maintain your risk to reward ratio. For me, I use 1:2 and sometimes 1:3. And I'm going to show you something here so that you can see that it is also working. In fact, let's just go into it. So this is a 4 hours time frame on Ethereum, and I'm using 1:2. So the strategy I'm going to use here is order blocks. So any place you see other blocks, we are not going to follow the trend. We are not going to do anything. We are just going to follow order block as it is. Once you see another block, you place a trade. Be it in a rising market or in a falling one, we just following our strategy. So let's look for other blocks here. Okay, I think I've seen one here. Okay, so let's place a trade. So this is another block. So I just place a trade here, short position, place a trade, then I keep it below here. Then I target 1:2, just 1:2. So which other one? Okay, for this trade now, let's see. So this is my stop loss. So this is my stop loss. This is my entry, and if you guess here, I'm in profit. So let's look and see if this trade entered or if it took us out. Okay, as you can see, this trade entered here and still printed profit for us. So this one is a win. Get? So now let's move on to the next one. Let's look for another order block here. Okay, so this one is a win. So the next one is here. There's another block here. Okay, this is on 4 hours time frame, just 4 hours time frame. I've not gone to. I'm just using one time frame, which is not even advisable. You don't use one time frame while trading. Look at other time frames. But I'm just using one. Just want to show you something. So this is it. To target the wick below, and then 1:2. So as you can see, this one also hits profit. Then let's look for another one. Okay, this one is also another block. This is also another block here. But for this trade, if I'm to be sincere, if I enter this trade, I would have been in a loss. I would have lost it because I'll target my stop loss will be here. So let's just say that this one is a loss. I lost on this one. 1:2. So let's just say that this one is a loss. Then let's keep looking. Okay, here's another order block. So we are just entering order block anywhere we see it. So this is another order block. And then we short the market. Guess what? We lost as well. Okay, still going forward. I think there's another one here. There's another one here. And there's another one here. So for these two, since there are two here, I'll target two places without wasting our time. So this is what I'm trying to make you understand. So if you look at this thing now, this one hits profit, this one hits profit, this one did not, these two hit profit, this one did not, this one did, this one did not, and all that. So in total, we are having 5 wins and 5 losses, and we are using 1:2 ratio. Okay, let's do the calculation and see. So for 1:2, let's say that we are risking $10 on this trade. So we have 50-50. Our win percent is what? 50-50. So $10 times our 5 losses, we are losing what? $50. Now on each one that hits our profit, we got what? $20 because we are risking $10 to get 2. So that means we are getting $20 when it hits our take profit, and we also won it what? 5 times. So that would be 5 times $20, $100. So minus it from the $50 that you lost, you have $50 gain. So you see that the thing you need to target more is your win rate. That is where you need to focus more on, and that also requires you to refine your strategies to know how to follow trends, like enter when the whole market is moving up, or ride the market down when it's going down and all that. But you can just do that with one strategy, or you can watch this video to see how I combine all of them on different time frames and then go down to the smaller time frame to place my trade. So this is what you need in trading. This is why understanding these strats is far more important than trying to be right all the time. In trading, you cannot be 100% right. No, because it's not just you that is trading. Trading is just people buying and exchanging currencies, or buying and exchanging a token or coin. So if they have more buy power, that means the market will go up. And if many people are selling at that particular time, that means the price will go down. So assuming I'm placing a buy position, I saw my strategy and it's telling me that people are going to buy, and I'm placing a buy position, and it happens, maybe along the way happens that more sellers came into the market, maybe something happened, a news popped up and people started selling those assets. That means I'll be in loss. I'll lose that trade against the multitudes that are selling at the moment. So at the same time, if I buy a trade and many people are buying it as well, that means the trade is going to hit my take profit. So you are not fighting against the market, you are trading against people. So that's the thing there. It's not the strategy or anything. You will lose sometimes because you can't read my mind, I can't read your mind, and I can't read every other person's mind. So you must lose and you must win. This is what you need to understand about trading. So mastering this thing and practicing it over time, let it sink into your brain to help you a lot to do well in your trading, as it's helping me. I know the money is small, $10 that I'm using and $1 and all that, but think after doing this, or after getting good with this, and then you go and buy a prop firm and you are still maintaining this, maybe by then you are risking $1,000 or you are risking even $100. So that means for every trade that goes in your favor, you are getting $200. So imagine risking $1,000, maintaining this same risk to reward ratio. Yes, you will lose some, but then you get $2,000 when your trade hits your take profit. So you see, this is all you need to know about trading. So that strategy that you have been jumping from one to another, please stop doing it. I'm even talking to myself like, you stop doing it. I've stopped doing it, so you make sure that you stop doing your own. Let's follow this thing this way, this strategy. Bring your own, let me bring my own. We do it. I believe with this we all will start being profitable in the market. So guys, this video is just made to give you a clearer. I'm not an expert. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in trading yet. I'm not an expert, and I'm just sharing my journey with you guys so that you see the mistakes I'm making and how I am improving on it. And I also want you guys to learn and also improve on your trading career. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, kindly smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and also share to your friends and families. Also follow me on X, don't forget. So see you guys next time on my next video. Ciao.